Hello everybody, this is Stephen Allison. This is Full Time Devils. Today I'm delighted to be joined by Statman Dave, John Shin and Mr. Andy Tate for the Middlesbrough preview. Lads, Manchester United are on an 11-game unbeaten streak. We are absolutely flying at the minute. Dave, I'm going to come to you first. Are we in danger of getting a little bit carried away?
No, I don't think so. I think the football's showing that Man United are really starting to kick into a higher gear in the sort of back end of 2016. I expect that to push on. The football's been really good. Those sort of that spell of draws in the Premier League, it was a lot of United fans a bit disheartened, but the football was really good. You know, we should have beaten Burnley, should have beaten West Ham, should have beaten Arsenal, and should have beaten Stoke. So I wasn't too disheartened then. And then the form is just kicking on. Zlatan's scoring again, and United are looking really, really good.
John, do you see this continuing? Where do you see us slipping up? Where do you see this run of wins, let alone unbeaten runs, coming to an end?
I don't want to sit here and think about when it's going to end. I just want to sit here and think about how it needs to continue. I mean, as you can see, you have the teams above us consistently still taking points, and the gap is not being exposed any way, shape, or form. So we need to make sure it's vital that we stay in this run of form. And the competition is getting fiercer by the game, by the week. And we could have been on this form earlier had we been able to bury our chances, but nevertheless, what's done is done. We need to stay on this form, and we can't allow any more gaps to exist or to be widened, for that matter, for anybody above us if we were on a really seriously challenge for that top four position.
Andy, are the results covering any cracks up, or do you see any weaknesses in our lineup at the moment, or do you think we're getting the wins because we look good?
I think we look good, but we do have our moments in defence, but yeah. Results say it all. We're in 11 games unbeaten, good run of form. Long may it continue. I don't want to think about where we're going to lose next, because we've got Middlesbrough, West Ham. Then like you say, you look forward to January. So everyone's winning above us. But this weekend, Chelsea play Spurs, City, Liverpool will close the gap if they take points.
Well, yeah, true. Someone is dropping points in all those teams. It's not possible that everyone can continue to gain on us. So someone's dropping points this weekend. John, Henrik Mkhitaryan, he looks like he makes a difference every single time we see him in a red shirt. Do you think he has to start for us for the remainder of the season? And where's he going to play if he does?
Yeah, he's probably the second name on the score sheet for us. I mean, the score sheet. Second name on the name sheet for me after.
He's pretty often on the score sheet as well, to be fair to him.
Not true, for sure. I mean, He's that perfect all-around player that you're going to need on that in the front line, front three, wherever you want to put him. But for me, I think he's perfect penetrating down all directions, starting from the right-hand side. I think he's got it all. He's got the ability to dribble tight, hold that ball, take players on, draw players in, and allow the overlapping runs to work, lay people off. He's got a hell of a weak left foot. He can cut inside. He's got everything. And I think we need to, if we're not going to build this team around this core midfield, in the front side of things on that final third, I think Mkhitaryan is the perfect sort of orchestrator of the attacks in that final third, and we have to keep him in the starting 11.
Andy, can we keep Mkhitaryan and Mata in the team at the same time?
Oh, so it's a very, very difficult question. If Mkhitaryan's doing it, you've got to keep him in. They're both for the same type of player, but like I say, between now and the end of the season, you're going to need all players. There'll be some games where Matt has to turn and Mkhitaryan has to take a rest. So just use every player, every opportunity in every game.
Dave, Mkhitaryan, what's the difference that he's made to Manchester United this year?
Well, I think in the last 5 games, you look at his goal output, he's been directly involved in 5 goals in the last games, scoring 3 goals, getting 2 assists. But I think it's his overall play in it. It's just his style of football. It's very Brazilian. Yeah, he's Armenian, but he's pretty much a Brazilian footballer for me, and how he carries the ball, how he waits on the counter-attack and sort of pounces. And there's no one in this United team, apart from Paul Pogba and Martial maybe, that can carry the ball so well, draw players in, and then expose the opposition by having that extra space for someone else in the team. The likes of Zlatan will get free, Rooney will get free, or Mata will get free. But I really like his relationship with Antonio Valencia. Go back to that West Ham League Cup game. They're both playing on that right-hand side, and they absolutely tore West Ham, the left-hand side of West Ham, apart. Mkhitaryan, I think he created 7 chances. All the 3 of the 4 assists came from that right-hand side, and they were both absolutely fantastic. And I'd like to see that relationship develop. It's sort of, going back to the days of David Beckham and Gary Neville was maybe the last time we had a real solid right-hand side, and that's where all the attacking play was coming down. So I want to see that more with Martial on the left-hand side, putting the ball in the back of net. I just absolutely love him, watching him as a footballer. He's so, so good.
Right, we're going to play a new little game. It's predicting the starting 11. So it's not the starting 11 that you guys want to see. It's the starting 11 that you think Jose Mourinho is going to pick. And you guys watching as well can play at home. So make sure you get yours in the comments below. Dave, I'm going to come to you first. What starting 11 do you think Jose Mourinho is going to pick? You're going to get a point for everyone that you get correct. And I'm going to add them up. And then I'm going to win at the end of the season.
So I reckon it's going to be Sergio Romero. No, David De Gea between the sticks. I think at right back it's going to be Antonio Valencia. Again, I spoke about him just before, but for me, he's been one of United's best players this season in terms of how he's improved drastically in a defensive sense. Now he looks like he's switched on. You know, seasons have gone past where he's been thrown in at right back and he's switched off. You know, there's been times where he's switched off against Aguero and so forth. But now he looks like he's on it, absolutely on it. And going forward, he gives United so much in that final third. So Mourinho ain't going to drop him. Then the back two, it's going to be Rojo and Jones because they've been fantastic together. Their relationship is getting better and better week in, week out. In terms of clearances, the pair have made more than any other Premier League centre-back pairing since they've been pushed together by Mourinho, so they're looking really good. I reckon Daley Blind will keep his position in the team as well. Great goal that he scored. And I thought he did well in the game, got forward well, came inside at the right moment. So, yeah, he's definitely going to keep it. Then the midfield three, that ain't going to change. Carrick, Pogba, Herrera. Every one of those players has a role in this team and plays it to the best of their ability and plays it so well. Herrera is a player that's massively come under Mourinho again, pressing at the right time, sitting deeper at the right time, holding the ball. He's just, he's maturing as a footballer. Then the front three, this is where I think that the points are going to be won. This is where the game will be won. I think he's going to go, obviously, as Zlatan Ibrahimovic through the middle. Incredible stat. Ibrahimovic has scored 17 goals this season. In all competitions. Last season, Man United top scorer was Anthony Martial in all competitions. He scored 17 goals, and we're only in December. So that's pretty incredible. Either side, I reckon Mourinho is going to go with more of a wide attack to break down the sort of narrowness of the Middlesbrough team and back four. So I reckon Mkhitaryan on the right and Anthony Martial on that left wing being the goal scorer. And that is my team.
All right, Andy, do you want to give us yours?
Yeah, I will go with De Gea. Is number one. I will go, let's say, Valencia, right back. Rojo, Jones, Daley Blind. Is Chris Smalling available? Would you replace him? I don't know.
I don't know if he's available.
No, but I'll go with Daley Blind. The midfield three, Carrick, Herrera, Pogba. And Zlatan up front, Mkhitaryan and Martial.
All right, John, what's your starting 11? Are you going to go any different from these lads? Are you going to take the points away from anyone?
Yeah, this is where it's going to happen. I'm going to make it hot right here. I'm going to make one change in that final third. Let's go read it from the back. We're going to have David De Gea in goal. We're going to have the back four.
Controversial there, John.
So Blind, Rojo, Jones, Valencia. I think that back four should stay consistent, especially although Eric Bailly might be back. I think throwing him in just to have him step out for the African Cup of Nations is kind of unfair, and I think we're going to do that back line no justice if we're going to disturb the form that they're in right now. So we're going to keep that back four consistent. The midfield three, if you got to build everybody else around this midfield three, this is the midfield three. You got to go with Pogba, Carrick, Herrera. I mean, they've been fantastic. The front three here, you got Zlatan up front, Mkhitaryan on the right, and I'm going to go Jesse Lingard on the left-hand side.
Ooh, controversial, John.
I like it, but you're all wrong.
I'm going to take the W right here.
All right, here's what the team's actually going to be. It's going to be the back five as usual, I think. But I think we're going to go 4-2-3-1 with this. I think this is the opportunity that he gets to pull Carrick out of the team and he'll be back in there for West Ham, which I see as a tougher fixture than Middlesbrough at home. So I'm going to go with a midfield two of Herrera and Pogba, and then a forward three of Mata in number 10. I'm going to go with Mkhitaryan on the right-hand side and Anthony Martial on the left, and it'll be Zlatan up front. That's the difference from you lot. That's where the points are getting won this week. You guys get in the comments below. Let us know what your starting 11 is, and if you're right, we'll flash you up on the screen. But the next one probably won't be the one against West Ham. It'll probably be the one after that because there's not a lot of time to turn it around, is there? But anyway, get your comments in below. Let us know what your starting 11 is. And you lads, tell me about Middlesbrough. Statman Dave, who's going to hurt us from Middlesbrough?
I think Middlesbrough are a good side, a good team. Karanka's got them playing a very disciplined style of football. Defensively, they're very, very solid, and they will look to counter-attack and defend deep and look to break on Manchester United. In terms of those players that are breaking, Traore is probably the one that everyone will, come out of this game and think, oh, this lad's actually pretty decent. Obviously, a Barcelona graduate signed from Aston Villa. But in terms of completing dribbles, only Hazard and Wilfried Zaha have managed more in the Premier League this season. But in terms of other players, Gaston Ramirez as well, a very flary player, but sort of in and out of form. But when he turns up, he is a top talent. So he could be one to also look out for. And everyone knows about Negredo, ex-Manchester City, 5 goals in the Premier League this season and 3 assists for Middlesbrough. So he's, in terms of goal output, he's up there as the best player at Middlesbrough. But it's more of a team and more of a unit. So in terms of goals, only Hull have scored fewer goals in the Premier League than Middlesbrough this season. So it's going to be a defensive rearguard action if Karanka's going to go back to Middlesbrough with the 3 points.
Andy, talk to us about Middlesbrough. Who we've got to look out for?
Oh, I'd say Negredo, like I say, ex-Man City. He was very strong when he was at City. Went to Valencia, come back, didn't work out over there. Defensively, they do have the moments. They do. Liverpool took them to the cleaners. A point for them at Old Trafford will be, like I say, it'll be like their cup final. They'll go back with the tails up. But I think we should crush them quite convincingly in the form we're in. But if they got something, it'd be quite a bit of a shock for the Old Trafford regulars. You know what I mean?
John, Middlesbrough, who's going to be the danger for him?
I think we have to be more so wary of the manager. I think Karanka has got experience working with Jose Mourinho at Real Madrid, so we have to make sure that in a tactical sense we're not going to be let out or exposed. But more so, I think I agree with Andy in the sense that we shouldn't allow these guys to come to Old Trafford and have a game. I mean, who knows? Maybe ex-Reds. Fabio might be getting a little showing. Maybe Valdez might have a blinder of a game. Who knows? But I think more so overall, we need to make sure we take this win here and a convincing win. And we have the side, we have the form. It's all up to us to take that win. And I think we should easily, comfortably.
I definitely would be looking to see what the bookies' odds on Victor Valdez having an absolute blinder coming back to Old Trafford after the way he was treated. That's absolutely nailed on to happen, isn't it? So we've got to make sure that at least a couple of goals sneak in somewhere in and around there. Otherwise, it's going to be one of those Burnley, Stoke, Arsenal sort of games for us, isn't it? Anyway, John, I'll stick with you. What's your score prediction for this game?
I'm going to go. I think we can keep a clean sheet here. I'm going to go 2-0.
Ooh, like it. Statman Dave, what is your score prediction?
4-1. Manchester United in full flow going into 2017.
Oh, I like that. Andy, what's your score prediction?
I would take a 2-0, but I'm going to go for a 5-1.
Oh!
Oh!
Soak me pants then, Andy. I'm going to say 1-0.
5-1.
Andy says 5-1. I'm going to say 1-0. I don't know why. I just got a sneaky feeling we're going to really struggle and have to grind this one out. But it all leads into 2017 on a positive note for Manchester United. What do you guys reckon? Get yours in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give this a like. Make sure to subscribe. Go follow these guys on Twitter and anywhere else on social media. And we'll see you later.